So when we are working on property and casualty insurance system development, we must be knowing about what are the key areas and key activities that we will be performing. As far as the system development is concerned, one must be knowing about the rules and business logic. So wherein we have to implement complex calculations if there is any new requirement that we come across for building, rating, claims, all this. At the same time, we must be knowing about how to automate the workflows approvals. That kind of understanding is needed. So, understanding over the booster rules and booster programming is one of the key and important thing as far as system development is concerned that we must be good with. Second, we must be familiar about PCF screens like page configurations that we can say like page configurations and customizations, UI customization, wherein we have to modify, configure all the application pages. It can be claims or it can be policy billing and all that. Or if there is any kind of new custom fields that he wants to be added, or any kind of data views that is to be added, etc. Everything will be part of it. This is all about the PCF screens I'm referring to. Third, about batch processing. Batch processing and well as schedules, we call it as. In batch processing and schedules and all, wherein this is being used for invoice or any statement generations because any customer has to pay the payment. Premium installment has to be paid. So invoice has to be generated for that. It's invoice and statement generation has to be done. Along with this, if you want to recalculate any kind of reserves or if you want to perform any nightly processing, etc., which must be continuous, then batch processing and scheduled tasks can be taken. Next, about the plugins, like because we may require some payment gateway plugins so that if you want to process any kind of payments through customer is paying payments through credit card or any kind of electronic fund transfers or any kind of bank transfers and all multiple payment gateways must be integrated. Plugins must be integrated, including we have to configure the payment logic and authorization rules. Everything will be part of plugins. Followed by messaging because external messaging thing that is required so that we need to have some relevant communication with any policy claims or billing systems, or if you want to generate any clues or topics. So this external system messaging system is needed. Followed by this, we need to have this database extensions and data model, even if you want to add any custom fields to the existing data objects for any policy claims, or if you want to define entities and relationships, or else if you want to add any kind of new extra fields, etc., everything that can be done there. When it comes to the integration and continuation to the API service integration is required. So wherein we have to expose multiple APIs for external customers. We maybe use SOAP API, RESTful API, all that. At the same time, we have to consume third-party services, like because you want to know about the motor vehicle records. Customer has submitted a vehicle policy. He wants, right? So, and the motor vehicle records we want to retrieve. For that, we may have different integrations that we use, like Nexus, all these. Followed by async processing of workflows, like wherein we need to handling long-running and high-volume tasks. At the same time, configuring background works and as well as queue monitoring. All these will be part of workflows and all. So these are the multiple activities that we want to perform whenever we are working on the system development and PLC in reference to the Guidewire, all that.